Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a Friday show.
It is Freaky Friday.
Is it freaky?
Or it's Freaking Friday. And it's hot as Hades in this room right now.
It is.
But it will shut off in a minute.
But everybody else in the studio is warm, or in the building.
Everybody, exactly.
Yeah.
Good morning, people. It's Friday.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Anybody else ready for summer? Good. Me too. What am I hearing?
I don't know what that is. It's Friday. I think it's your. Oh, it's mine.
I was going to say, I don't have mine on.
Sorry about that. We want to make sure that we're up and running with
right.
everything possible.
We have sound problems sometimes.
We don't have an engineer.
No, we don't. His name is Dan, if there is one.
Yeah, so anyway. All right.
Wow.
Great day. Great weekend's going to be happening. A lot of things to do.
Is there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing this weekend, Dan?
Let's see. I've got some things at the house that needs to be kind of maintained. Got to do some things at the house.
Okay.
I got to adjust the barn door.
Is it whopper job?
I don't know. It's getting closer to the ground for some reason.
It's warping.
It's one of those sliding doors. You know? You can adjust it. You just screw
like at the top. Is that where all the mechanism
you
is?
Get you a ratchet and go up there and turn it a couple of. I do that every now and then. So
why are you complaining about it?
I'm not. I'm just.
Okay.
I don't want to go out there.
Stating a fact.
I think it's supposed to rain this Saturday or something.
Is it?
Maybe not.
I don't know.
They changed the forecast on us.
It's everywhere. It's all over the place. We never know what's true until it happens.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Look outside.
Yeah.
Wet your index finger. Hold it up in the air and see which way the wind's blowing. Say, I'm a
whichever way the wind blows.
You've just become the first stage of a meteorologist.
Okay, I've got that one down.
Yeah.
That's how I test the
and then you face into the wind and spit, and if it comes back on your face, there are gusts today.
Thank you, meteorologist Dan, who he's blending in because he wore colors that were like the background.
I think this
he just blends in.
I think this is the same color swatch as the wall.
I believe it is.
Because it looks like my head is floating.
Well, that looks like the circle in our logo over there.
It does.
And then the white wall. He could just go stand up over the wall and.
Well, how come you are no different than me? You're wearing about the same color.
I don't know. It's just because I'm so much better.
Okay.
Just kidding, Dan.
Well, you're going to have to go to confessional this weekend.
I probably am.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a confession box?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have not. Have you?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I know. I mean, I have Catholic friends who have told me about it, but no.
Yeah.
I have not.
Have you ever been in a Catholic church?
Yes.
Yeah. I went to a one in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Right close to Times Square. There's one that's really, I don't know which one it is, but it was odd looking because it was this church and these huge buildings all around it. I'm like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you go in and it's kind of dark, and the ceilings were like 3 or 4 stories high, and the arches.
Those big cathedrals are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. The architecture, I don't know how they accomplished all that back then.
Right. I mean, they were like built years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm sure this is one of the first Catholic churches in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been there forever. So.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, just interesting. I like architecture and going to religious establishments. I always check the offering plate to see how much, has been put in.
See how well that this church is supported?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pathetic, Dan.
All right. Well, you want to talk about the weather a little bit?
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
No, I didn't want to unless it was 9:05, and it is. So I guess we can go ahead and do that.
Oh.
Just saying. Today is sunny with a high of 43. Wind chill values as low as 17. I think that would have already happened because this morning when we got up, it was quite chilly.
Yeah, it was.
Winds could gust as high as 15 miles per hour. Tonight, clear with a low of 30. Again, wind gusts. Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 49. Wind gusts. Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 28. Sunday. Well, yeah, not as prominent.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday's mostly cloudy with a high of 43, and Sunday night partly cloudy with a low of 26. And
Yeah.
there's no chance of rain as of Sunday night.
Wow. They took it completely out.
They did.
They took it out. Well, Monday, it's going to be sunny, high near 50.
Woohoo!
And they're going to take out the wind.
Thank you.
They're going to take it out. It's going to be calm on Monday, maybe until the afternoon.
Yeah.
But then it's going to be mostly clear Monday night, low around 32. Mostly sunny with a high near 58 degrees. And then Tuesday night, low 35. And then the rain has been pushed back to Wednesday, 30%, high 55. Thursday, high 48 with a 40% chance.
So we may get some rain next week.
We may get some.
You know, my dirt road says we need rain.
Your dirt road or your car?
My car.
Okay.
But the dirt road is screaming. You know, I can go wash my car here and be cool and drive it around,
Right.
and then I go to get on my dirt road, and I'll go really. I go fairly slow anyway, but slow, trying to keep from getting too much
dust
on my. Yeah, and guess what? Inevitably, somebody will come flying by.
Oh yeah. Well, I've come up with a solution, and I've thought about this.
Go fast enough, and it won't do it.
No, you go fast enough. The dust doesn't have time enough.
There
to
you
stick.
go.
But what you do is you get a PVC pipe and you mount it to the back. You drill holes in it, about 2 inches, about an inch apart, about an inch and a half apart, and you run a hose into your trunk. You fill that up with water.
The trunk?
No, you fill the container up. You put a little container in your
trunk.
Fill it up with water, and it goes down to the PVC pipe. And you have a little valve, like a little lever, that opens and closes the valve in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to the dirt road, you pull that lever back, and water goes out.
But if it's in your trunk, it's behind you. You've already gone through the crap, so you'd have to have it.
Yeah,
you'd have to drive backwards.
No, where's all your dirt at? On your back windshield.
Oh, it's everywhere. But okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean,
you'd have to have additional PVC pipe to go around the front of the bumper.
I need it to go
to the
all
side,
around.
to the front. And then when you pull that lever, as you're moving, it's sprinkling water on the ground. And there's no dust.
I'm so glad I engaged. Was
that hard for? Did that hurt your brain?
No, yes, a little bit. I have to get mentally prepared to hear these stories because they're.
Well, these are thought out. I mean,
these are nonsense.
I use a protractor and a ruler, and a number 2 pencil to figure all this stuff out. Sometimes I have to get a calculator.
It tells you a lot about Dan and his brain, doesn't it? I mean, come on, right? We see how you work. You're full of crap.
Okay. All right. With that in mind, we should probably do our topic to ponder. Now we've been this week's topic to ponder is Trump's presidency. He's new to the office, and of course he's been there before.
He's the president.
And he's the president,
like him or not.
All right. So the last, should we have fanfare? The last one for this week. Thank goodness this is the last one.
That's what. No, it hasn't been ugly, but it has promoted conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's what we want, but some people get off topic, but that's okay.
Anyway.
What are your thoughts about Trump's peace through strength policy? Peace through strength. And we talked about this because you were not clear about that.
I was like, what exactly does that mean? And that just means build up a military,
have a
presence?
Yes, have a strong.
But not go to war.
And your country is strong and stable and, Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
I think America has, I think that our presence has deflated some.
You feel that way or you just have heard that?
No, I feel that way.
Okay.
Just watching what has happened. What goes on, strictly.
With all the riots and stuff, you look at that and you wonder where law is.
Yeah, where is law?
Where to be able to have riots going on without any kind of arrests or any of that stuff.
There's no consequences.
That's
it's like this. You know what happens when you raise your kids without consequences?
Yeah,
they run amok.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens when you raise your country without consequences, and when you have people who break the law? Just different things.
Yeah. A muck happens.
A muck happens. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Anyway, this one is. Oh, I didn't even do the music, did we?
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
What are your thoughts about Trump's peace through strength policy?
So I will say there's not a meme, but I have gone on here and it looks red, so you can answer. Okay. I mean, it just looks different today, but
it's all right. It still has the same text.
Exactly.
We're good.
So find that on the Facebook page and give us your thoughts, please.
And to let people know, after the break, we're going to have Tim Randall on. He's with Foundation Tables.
Yeah.
And did we talk about this not too long ago?
We have had him on before.
Okay. All right. I was wondering. And we had to get an explanation of what Foundation Tables were all about. And we will talk with him in about 4 or 5 minutes after we do Today in History. Let's do that.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
With Franklin Roosevelt gave us our finest hour. He was not afraid of blood or sweat or tears.
59 years ago today, Sir Winston Churchill, who led Great Britain through World War II as the nation's prime minister, died in London at the age of 90. One of the many tributes to Churchill that day came from Adlai Stevenson.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
This is back in 1984, 40 years ago today. Apple began selling its Macintosh computer 2 days after introducing it as a classic Super Bowl commercial.
Okay.
I think he was born to kill. I don't know if it's a bad seed or what, but boy, he is just totally consumed with murder.
35 years ago today, confessed serial killer Theodore Bundy was executed in Florida's electric chair. Washington State investigator Robert Capel spoke with CBS News about that.
The President signed an executive order that will give me, as the newly sworn-in secretary, specific authorities so that I may more effectively undertake the responsibilities of leading this new department.
22 years ago today, back in 2002, Tom Ridge was sworn in as first secretary of the newly created Department of Homeland Security.
Okay.
All right.
Mrs. Wang, are you with us? I am paying attention.
Everything Everywhere All at Once leads the way with 11 Oscar nods, including Best Director, Best Picture, and acting awards for Michelle Yeoh and Jamie Lee Curtis. Next up,
if I've done something to you, just tell me what I've done to you.
The Banshees of Inisherin and the German language All Quiet on the Western Front. They tie with 9 nominations each. Elvis has 8, including Best Actor for Austin Butler.
The lights change how everything looks.
Steven Spielberg's received his 9th directing nomination for The Fabelmans, which is also in the running for Best Picture, and 6 other awards.
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell.
Nominations for big screen spectacles like Top Gun and the Avatar sequel are also top picks.
I don't feel like I should talk after that whole monologue. 1 year ago today, the sci-fi indie hit Everything Everywhere All at Once led Oscar nominations with 11. Deborah Rodriguez had more, and it would go on to win 7 of those 11, including Best Picture.
Okay. And also today, we have a birthday cut. 85 years old today is Ray Stevens. He used to have a studio. He used to have a theater here in Branson.
Yeah.
He is a country singer and a comedian, all in one rolled up package. He had a hit in the 70s called Everything is Beautiful.
Okay. And then Neil Diamond turns 83 today. He was born in 1941. Sweet Caroline was one of his many well-known hits.
Okay. And also on this day, back in 1941, a guy was born. 83 years ago today, singer Aaron Neville was born. He had an illustrious career singing with the Neville Brothers and On His Own. One of the biggest hits was the original version of Tell It Like It Is.
There is your Today in History.
Yeah.
Woo-woo.
Okay, we're going to take our first break, and Tim Randall is here in the studio, going to be in the studio with us, and he's going to be talking about foundation tables. and how you can be involved.
Okay.
If you'd like.
Yeah.
We'll do that, and we'll be back right after this. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table. We have with us in the studio Tim Randall, and he's with Foundation Tables. Welcome, sir.
Well,
Yeah, welcome.
thank
You need to
Thank
get
you for
that
having
phone.
me.
Well,
I'll answer it for you if you want to talk.
Oh, I'm good. I'm trying to
that's funny. Ha ha ha. Welcome, Tim. It's nice to have you on.
Thank
We've
you.
had you here before
Yes, ma'am.
to talk about foundation tables, but we may have a completely different audience than we did before, and people may not have any idea what is Foundation Tables, and how do they serve our community, and just anything you want to tell us about it.
Okay, so, we're a nonprofit organization. Again, I started about a little over a year ago, just giving out some pancakes, and it evolved into what it is now. We have a thrift store. People can bring things in. We buy some things to put in there. We use the money made from the thrift store to buy food and clothes.
Now, who do you supply food with? What is the mission?
Anybody. We have no criteria for who you are, what you are. When you come in, say Dollar General gives us 15, 20 gallons of milk sometimes. And it's not outdated. It's just like a couple of days short of being outdated. So we get that given to us from Dollar General. We go on Facebook and say, hey, anybody wants this can have it. I don't care who. If you guys need milk, it's what, $6 a gallon? You're going to save $6 if you need it. Just come get it.
Wow.
But for the most part, we try to reach out to anybody that needs it. We're not like we don't take a month to decide, hey, listen, you can come back here once a month and get your food. If you come or somebody comes today and then Tuesday they're out of food again, they can come back and get some more.
There's no vetting process for you, is what he's saying.
So you don't have problems with abuse?
Well, yeah, you can.
You can have,
You can. And that's just something that we've decided to take a look up on ourselves. So when I get people that every time I put something free out and they're just there grabbing it just because, and we started out, we were putting the milk, we would set it out so many gallons at a time, and people would just pull up in their car and grab 3 or 4 and take off.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, look, guys, this is for everybody. It's not just for you. So we started bringing everything back inside again. We do take names. We do like to get ages and how many's in your household, and that's it. And what that does is if we ever decide to go and try to talk about a grant or something from the state, we got, because they're going to say, well, how many people did you feed?
Right.
We've got a record of what we fed out that week.
Oh.
But as far as people taking advantage of us, you do get some of it. But
well, you doing anything.
Anything you do. But like I said.
But you're serving, and you're not supposed to question that, I guess.
Exactly.
Right?
I was just fixing to say one of the things is I can't control what you or they do with it when they get it. They can take it, they can sell it, they can whatever they want.
Yeah, but that falls on them.
That falls on them, exactly, not on me.
Yeah.
My job is to offer it if I've got it to give it away, and hopefully it helps somebody.
How in the world did you get started doing that?
Making pancakes.
I know, but I mean, what made you go that direction? Like to help people by making them pancakes?
Well, so when I was growing up, we were pretty poor when I was growing up. We didn't have a whole lot. And neighborhood kids, I watched neighborhood kids all around come to my mom's house, and she would make pancakes or toast.
So it's genetic.
Yeah, so grilled cheese or something. Exactly, grilled cheese, something like that. She gave everybody anything. And anybody come and say, hey, listen, we need some help. Can you help us out? We would. My mom would. So when my kids were growing up and they were young, I wanted to teach them some of that stuff. So like we would go through Rogers or Springdale and Fayetteville, and you would see somebody like, for instance, my daughter and I went in one evening, and it was snowy out, and there was a guy laying on a bench at the bank, and he was covered up, and snow was covering him with his blanket.
Ouch.
So we honked, and he raised up, and I said, are you hungry? And he said, yes. So we went to McDonald's and bought him some cheeseburgers and a big hot coffee, and he really liked it. So that's just some of the things I like to do, but what I like the most, I enjoy seeing people get something that they want, but it's those little kids, when you see that big smile on their face, and they're so happy about what they're getting, that's what gets me the most.
It shows you what the littlest thing that you do for somebody and how huge of appreciation there is.
Yeah, so those kids could potentially do the same thing that I did with my mom, and they're going to say,
and
hey,
that's a hope, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Through the whole process.
Definitely.
That's how,
wow.
Yeah. Tell us about, go ahead.
So I was going to tell you, when I started the Wellness Wash Day, the reason I got that started, I'm not going to name any names, there was a lady that come in that was eating, and so we talked to them and we said, hey, how can we help you? And she said, the biggest thing I have trouble with is washing clothes because we don't have a washer and dryer in our house.
Okay.
And the money's a little tight. She had a 9-year-old kid, a 13-year-old kid, and a 2-year-old kid.
Wow.
And so I walked away, we talked about some things, and I come back over, and I had like $13 in my pocket. I said, here, take this and wash your clothes. And the little 9-year-old boy jumped up and said, yes, clean clothes.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
And I thought, wow. I just kind of looked at him like, wow, that's really what he was excited about. Now, this 13-year-old kid actually, 9-year-old kid actually comes to the store now.
Wow.
And he'll come in and he'll say, Mr. Tim, do you need any help? And he'll help me
Oh,
move things.
well, that's great.
I'll give him donuts or candy bars or something like that. So he, in turn, saw that and said, okay, well, I'm going to help you. Maybe in the future he'll help somebody
Well,
else.
in his eyes, you have become a mentor.
Yes, exactly.
And that's why it should be done in the way that you're talking about to make it infectious.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
Very
a cool story.
I like that, too.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, and I like the fact that they do that. And then when you do the Christmas things for the kids and they come in and these little 4-year-old girls see a doll and they just light up like an angel, it's like, that's why I do this.
Is it kind of random as far as like these milk giveaways and stuff? I mean, because I see it on Facebook, but I don't know if you have a certain day that you try to do those types of things, or is it like when you just Dollar General donates the things, you got to do that.
So basically, like with the food, the canned food, we got a bunch of it over this week. I'm going to tell you a little bit about a Valentine's Day thing we got going on that might help. So we got quite a bit of food donated this week. As far as food, you can come in and if I've got beans and spaghetti sauce and corn and different things a person can take with them.
This is all in the store.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't get a lot of meat stuff. You know, every once in a while someone will donate a half a cow or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's already processed. We get to give it away. My train of thought's about to get away from me there because I'm losing my mind sometimes. But what were we talking about? Can you remind me?
You were talking about what's there and
so with Dollar General. So Dollar General on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, they go through their inventory and anything that is, needs to be set aside or donated or something like that, they'll call me and say, hey, we got donations. It may be Monday, we might get a call and go up there, and depending on what the people buy that week or right before that time.
Yeah.
So if it's close to being expired on the milk, they want to give it away before it does, because then all they can do with it is throw it away.
It's exactly
for them.
It's useless.
Yeah,
at that point.
it's no good to anybody.
Right.
And this lady's been really nice to us about helping us out. We have a few others in town that'll call us and say, hey, we got a bunch of this. Can you come and get it? Sure, I'll go get it. I don't care. I'll drive to go get it.
Are you looking for more of that? Are you looking for more donations and people that can give?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah. Food, definitely. So when people come in, we even the people that I give to donate back to us. I know it almost sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll go to Share and Care or one of the churches and they'll get a big box of food. Their kids won't eat rice. They don't eat the garbanzo beans.
Right.
Okay.
They'll bring it to me, and then I'll try to give it away.
Okay.
And then, of course, when they come to me, they don't want the garbanzo beans, so I've got a big stack of garbanzo beans in my deal back there. Trust me, I do.
If you need garbanzo beans, we know where to get them.
I'm telling you, I've got lots. So I had a guy a few weeks ago, a month ago, maybe you saw it on Facebook. He gave me like 160 pounds of deer meat. That was processed deer meat.
Nice.
And man, people were just flying in there wanting that stuff, because if you can't go hunting and you can't buy it, you can't sell it.
Yeah.
I can give it away all day long. So we did that, and that was pretty popular.
I bet.
And then I had a guy to bring me about 40 pounds of hamburger meet, processed hamburger meat, and that got given away pretty good. So.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
Cool.
So if somebody comes in looking at the store, or wants to donate for things in the store, you're talking canned goods. Are there clothing? Is there other things?
Absolutely.
Okay. So.
Yeah. So I had a guy call me yesterday, matter of fact, or day before yesterday, and he says, "I see you're taking donations because we get people bring us washers and dryers, and they're not the best in the world. They work, so like some of our low income people can come in and say, hey." I need a washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Well, they can get it instead of going somewhere else and paying $100, $150 for it. They can get it from me for $30, $40.
Right.
And I've allowed, I know it's going to get me in trouble in the future, but I've allowed someone sometimes to come in and say, hey, I get paid on the 3rd, but I need this. I'll write it down and say, see you on the 3rd. So far, everybody's come through.
That's good.
And paid me. So just trying to help out. So.
Yeah.
Where are you located?
120 South Pine. In Harrison.
It's next to that storage
area,
area, right?
It's just south of the
storage. Do you need a bigger building? Because I know you got stuff out in front, and you got tarps over it, and you're trying to protect it.
Yeah.
And we're getting in trouble by the city.
Yeah.
And it for me to go and rent $100 storage unit is terrible.
Right.
Well, I mean, that defeats the purpose of what you're doing.
Right. Well, so you could store it, and as you sell stuff, bring stuff in. You understand what I'm saying?
But you're hiding some of the stuff that someone could use too.
Sure. I could definitely use a great bigger building.
If anybody wanted to donate that.
Yeah, or just help me with something like that. I'd like that. How much time do we have left?
Oh, you've got another 10 minutes if you like.
Okay, because I really want to tell you, or at least the listeners maybe, about our Valentine's special.
Yeah, okay, tell us about that.
So, Legends in Concert, Valentine's special. So there's 2 ways you can get in on this. If you bring me 5 cans of food or spaghetti or something, just some food.
Non-perishable food.
We're going to give you 2 tickets into a drawing for February 14th, Valentine's Day. I'm going to draw the names on the 12th, but I'm going to give you 2 tickets. And on the 12th of February, we're going to draw a name, and whoever we draw is going to get 2 tickets, 2 Legends in Concert, and a big box of chocolate candy.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The other part of that is I've got tickets for donations, $3 donation or a $5 donation. $3 donation gets you 1 ticket, a $5 donation gets you 2 tickets. On this drawing, which will be the same way, February the 12th, you get to go to Hong Kong Express, I believe it is. It's in Branson. It's all you can eat. Really good food. I love eating there. And Legends in Concert tickets for 2 and a big box of chocolate on that one.
Wow. You know, that's very good because you're trying to help people who might not be able to do things like that for themselves.
Right. Exactly.
To be able to have an enjoyable time.
So a lot of the people that have come up there and got food from me are probably going home and bringing me some food back and saying, "Can I get tickets?" And I'm okay with that. And I hope somebody like that wins something like that. You know,
as long as it promotes doing the good and to donate and to help others, I guess.
Yeah,
exactly.
How can that
Very
be
cool.
screwy, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Cool.
Well, I encourage people to go out and see what you've got at 120 South Pine.
Yes, sir.
Drop by and they've got
take
stuff
some
out
donations
front,
and also go check out their stuff. Right?
Yeah, and if you have some food, bring it by. Is that where you store the food?
Yeah, we take everything there. And like donations, if they say someone calls and says, "Hey, I've got donations of furniture," we'll go pick it up.
Okay.
Got a Coke machine on there now. I'm fixing to go get some more stuff.
Oh my! Plus, if you want to just monetarily help them, I'm sure they would take any donation financially that you would be willing to give them.
Right. And if you have a bigger building,
that
you've listened to this interview and you feel a heart tug to help, maybe you want to reach out.
That would be awesome.
Do you have a phone number that they can call you?
I do. It's 417
I know it.
294-7371.
Okay. I wish somebody would call you.
I do too.
Because
that would be amazing.
I want you to have a better facility.
Or even if you want to, if you know of a building and you would be willing to pay the rent on it.
Yeah.
That's one of the struggles we're having now. January and February is hard, even though this month we had a pretty decent month. Yeah, the rent on the building's a struggle right now, but we'll work through. We'll make it. Somehow, somebody's going to make it, help us out with it, and we're going to be okay. So.
All right.
Well, thank you, Tim.
Definitely.
Yeah, thanks, Tim, for being here. And
thank you very much.
Hopefully you get some response.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We're going to take our first break so we can pay some bills. And we'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, all right, all right, all right.
Whistle while you work. Just whistle away. I don't whistle, but I'm not a whistler. There you go. Hey, did you see where Trump has ordered JFK, RFK, MLK files ordered declassified so you can read it all?
Why would you not want to know that?
Don't plan on throwing your conspiracy reveal party this weekend. But both the Director of National Intelligence and the Attorney General have to first figure out how to release the documents without potentially starting a war of revealing national security secrets. It's believed that's why President Trump didn't do it when he had the chance in 2017.
Why would he do it now?
I don't know.
No, boy.
Because we have been, I don't know. The White House also ordered the files on RFK and Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassinations declassified as well. Why would he want it? Why do you think, what's his motivation?
For releasing it?
Yeah.
Because we
want to know the truth.
It's been held a secret, and I think the government played some parts in it that no one wants to
Nobody wants to think your government is nefarious or does things underhanded.
Corruption.
But there is corruption in every aspect of everyone's life, period.
Just accept that fact and try try to elect people that do good.
There you go.
For everybody.
Well, I mean, you're it's a crapshoot. You don't know some people, so you just have to kind of go on your gut. But
yeah, well,
anyway,
that's the way it goes.
Yep.
Did you hear the story about the woman that finds 1,100 salt shakers in her dead granny's house?
God love the lady. She collected them,
and she probably packed some of them away hidden.
Or she was a hoarder.
Maybe been a hoarder. When a woman traveled to Rover, Arkansas. To clean out of her great grandmother's place, she wasn't quite prepared for what awaited her. More than 1,100 sets of salt and pepper shakers. Her grand's collection started when she inherited a small collection. The rest she got from yard sales and flea markets. There's enough to open a store, and that's kind of what they're planning to do with all these salt shakers, to keep and she's going to keep the most sentimental ones and sell the rest to collectors.
Wow.
I'd like to find out where that's at. I might want to look. I've got a couple salt shaker ideas that I would like to.
Do you?
There's a salt shaker that was used in Star Trek that I have a hard time finding. I bet she's got it.
Dadgummit. You should somehow get connected with that lady
I'll look that
her
up.
house up, So LA is expecting rain. You'd think that would be a good thing, right?
It should be. It should dampen some of the fire over there.
But they've been dampening the fire with like fire hoses, so
chemicals
the ground's a little it's a little wet. But after weeks of wildfires, anyway, they're now worried that even a bit of rain on the bone-dry dirt could trigger mudslides and landslides and mud flows. Then there's all the ash in the air and on the ground that could get washed into streams and waterways, causing toxic runoff, which is why the state has ordered a rapid cleanup of fire debris before the sky opens up on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, everything within me thinks, we need rain, you need rain, you need rain. But
what would you rather have? Total destruction from fire or mudslides? I don't know.
I don't have any idea.
That might be total destruction too.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just watching your house
slide away into a fire?
Double whammy.
Looking for the most expensive way to get TikTok back?
How do you do that?
Well, what you can do, you need
I
some
have
help.
TikTok still, but
so my phone you still have it?
Yeah, I didn't delete it.
No.
I mean, I didn't delete the app. I just didn't use it.
I've got it on my phone only because someone sent me a TikTok link. And that's the only way to open it. That's the only way to open it is to download it. So I don't get on there, and I don't really.
You're not a TikToker.
I'm not a talker. Tiki talk. Looking for the most expensive way to get TikTok back? Well, eBay can help you. Some iPhone users never deleted their TikToks, so now they're selling their phones to people who are joshing for a video hit or jonesing for whatever that means. Jonesing for a video hit. Willing to pay thousands of dollars on eBay. That's because TikTok is still unavailable in the App Store, and addicts are craving their drug. For anyone who deleted TikTok because of the ban, this may be the only way to access it for now, and the phones are going for anywhere from $500 to $25,000, depending on the model and the condition.
Wait, you got a problem. That's my takeaway. You've got a freaking problem if you're willing to pay that much money to get TikTok.
I think
back
that's your opinion.
Phone. That is my opinion.
That's your opinion.
That's totally my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
Completely. That's my opinion. You can have your own.
Yeah.
But this is my show, and I will say it. No.
Okay. Well, you've got total control here.
This is our show, and we will speak our minds.
You know,
Excuse me.
Chat GPT outage forces 30% of the U.S. office staff to do their own work for a change.
Well, thank you for that.
Oh, that just goes to show you that Chat GPT is used each and every day to get work done.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of work's being done, but if you still might have trouble getting Chat GPT to write, I guess they had an outage.
Okay, I don't know.
And you couldn't access it. So if you want to write that report, you have supposed to do yourself. The AI chat box went down on Thursday, leaving lazy students and office workers with nothing but error messages. OpenAI says they fixed the software glitch now, but some users say it's still iffy. For what it's worth, a quarter of high schools and college students admit to using to finish up their homework.
Wow.
While nearly 30% of office workers say they secretly use it to finish their work for them.
So you're getting lazy with AI. Is that what that?
Well, you don't think.
I know, but should you get paid the same amount?
I don't know if they don't catch you. I guess it's.
Well, I know exactly. I mean, I'm not saying. Yeah. Why scientists suddenly hear birds chirping in outer space? Have you? Well, you might have been in outer space. That one. Scientists swear they can hear birds chirping in the last place they'd ever imagine, 62,000 miles from Earth in the vacuum of space. Except the sounds are not birds. They're called cosmic chorus waves, which just happen to ripple at the same frequency as human hearing. And when the waves are converted into audio, they sound just like chirping birds or someone breaking into your car.
Really?
Oh, okay. Now they're trying to figure out how those mysterious waves are formed and why some can be heard as far away as Jupiter and Saturn.
Well, you know what it is. Somebody's trying to send a message. It's like Gilligan on the island. They're trying to,
You
to
think
get
it's
back.
like an alien?
Yeah, it's like a message in a bottle.
No.
Or maybe
Speaking of bottle.
Maybe it's huge crickets on a planet, and they're rubbing, and it sounds like the chirping, Maybe they need water, and they need us to help them. Okay.
Speaking of bottles, do you know how long urine lasts?
How long it lasts?
Mystery surrounds a 200-year-old bottle of urine.
Oh.
After it was found on a British building site. It was discovered by workers who were digging trenches. Oddly, though, they thought it was rum and almost drank it.
Oh, boy.
While it did turn out to be urine, the question is, who finds a bottle of buried in an ancient site and thinks, let's drink this? Men are weird. Anyway, the bottle was analyzed by the University of Lincoln using a crime scene scanner, and that's how they determined the bottle was urine and not rum, and said that it had been buried there in the 1700s to ward off witches.
Oh, okay.
To ward off the witches.
All right.
There you go.
That's the reason.
But I guess urine lasts a while if it's bottled and sealed correctly. I don't know. I'm not sure who does that, but okay.
Oh.
Wow. All right.
This last one I want to read here. Now psychologists say that positivity can be toxic, too.
Yeah.
Along with toxic negativity and toxic masculinity, there's now toxic positivity.
Really? Okay.
That's when somebody overdoes it with optimism or acts happy no matter what. Psychologists say it's just as bad as the other toxic traits, since it can mask true emotions and prove it. And to prove it, the lab has come up with this online test you can take to see if your glass is half full attitude. Your attitude is making everyone around you miserable. It asks whether you mask negative emotions or tell your depressed friends it could be worse. I don't have a link to that, but
let's just try to
it's out there.
Poo-poo on your positive attitude.
Oh,
right.
On a positive note, let's go and take a break.
Okay, Dan, let's take a break.
Take a break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table. We have a special guest that just showed up from nowhere.
From out.
Beamer. Hey, outside. Beamer.
Hi. Glad to see you guys. I can't talk very well, but I'm getting through it. You know,
It's probably weird because you've had some teeth that were missing. And people may not know what the heck we're talking about.
I got all my teeth pulled a week ago yesterday. So today would be like a full week without teeth and dentures.
Yeah.
So,
it's a little, you have to get used to it.
I got plastic in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know how these people do it. And you know what? I'll tell you what, I went to some dark places this week.
Okay.
And it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But
mentally or physically?
Thank you for your texts and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I kind of needed that. I mean, when they pull all your teeth out and you wake up the next morning and go, I can't brush my teeth.
Yeah.
But everything is just so, you can't even wipe your mouth. Everything's so swollen. You know.
Yes.
I can't.
You know how you do one tooth and you know what it feels like.
Right.
And times that by all of them.
I think they ripped out 19.
Oh, God.
I feel for anybody that's gone through this.
So do they immediately put the dentures on you with the, that hurts.
Yeah, of course it hurts. It hurts like things I can't say.
So I thought that they would, leave the dentures out for a while.
Oh, no. They want those babies to form against your gums. I'm loaded with Benzodent, Oragel, Ambisol. I've had them adjusted already. They grind a little bit off because it hurts your sore spots.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
But I wear them all day. I did a practice run yesterday. Got out of the house. I had to get out of the house.
Did you go get you a big steak?
No, I can't eat until February 7th when they
heal.
When they put the. I gotta talk slower too.
Yeah. Slow down, Beamer.
You don't spit those things out over here.
When they put the first liner in, okay, they'll go through like 4 before the whole 10 months is over.
Oh.
They'll put the first permanent liner in. Then I can try to eat with these. In the meantime, I'm on, 6 days? I'm on soft foods. So I've eaten a lot of cottage cheese and yogurt.
Yes.
I had some friends bring me some soup and some chocolate cookies, which
you fudged on those, didn't you?
I rub a lot on
them. You
can
gum those things.
Right.
You just let them melt in your mouth.
Exactly. So it's been a long, strange trip. It really has. Because, boom, you go in there and, all your teeth are out. And they're bleeding, and there's
well, the normal,
yeah. So anyway, I got C-bond on the top and the bottom, and I'm just out practicing. I had to get into a routine.
You do
because you got to fix your teeth before you go anywhere.
Right.
So I've got it down now. The night I can clean them the night before I get up to come to work.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I'll have the C-bond and all the Oragel crap on there, and then on my way out the door, I'll put them in. If I can't talk like this for 3 hours, I'll pop the bad boys out. I don't care.
Yeah, they make a glass now that's kind of a night light. You plug in, it's got a night light from the bottom. You put your teeth in there.
Really?
And it slowly swirls them for you at night.
Oh, swirl. That's nice. That's
Dan Randall.
That's a little too much information for me.
He's just.
Anyway, how to get in a routine. I haven't talked this much in.
I'm going to encourage you to leave them in even during your show because you need to get used to the whole thing.
You're
if
right.
You can. You know how we did with our partials? We both had partials.
Yes.
We pop them out when we talked because it made us talk funny. So.
Yeah, and you know what?
You don't sound bad, really. I mean,
to me, I do.
Yeah.
But to everybody else,
if you slow down talking, I think it probably work better for you.
There's a problem.
Yeah. But give me a smile. Give me a bit. Oh my gosh, look at that! You got a healthy mouthful of teeth.
And they're big. They're big.
You feel big.
Yeah, they feel big. Come on, I got a wad of plastic in my mouth. How much fun is
exactly.
that?
Feel like a hockey puck.
Oh, thank God for. I haven't been on any pain pills, but I have had a couple of edibles here and there because.
Pain.
You about have to. No more hydrocodone. I'm on Tylenol and Motrin. Everything's kind
You're progressing then.
Yeah,
as you should.
down, so.
Well, good.
Anyway, but thanks for letting me say hello.
Yeah, and you won't have to do this again.
You'll be back Monday.
I totally underestimated the time off period in the pain. I mean,
so you'll be back for your listeners on Beamer's Breakfast Table on Monday?
Yeah, I'll be back Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel good. I had like the flu during this time too.
Oh, good grief.
And listen,
at least you want
how do you put plastic in your mouth when you can't freaking breathe through your nose?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to put a video up here in a while.
Okay.
Saying hello, but I kept people as up to date as possible.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, thank you.
It was rough.
Thank you. Yeah, I watched a lot of Dog the Bounty Hunter last go.
Oh, did you really?
Gosh.
Are they reruns or are they new ones?
Oh, they're reruns.
Oh,
She's passed away.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys have a great
All
weekend.
right.
Thanks for the help. Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate you guys.
You bet.
All right?
You bet.
And I appreciate you guys too.
We kind of care about you.
I know
Kind
you do.
of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And there's so much more to the story.
Hey, do you know what today is, Dan?
What is today?
It's Global Synchronized Belly Laugh Day. All right, are you ready?
Oh, my God.
1, 2, let's go. Okay, that was it. Practice that with your friends.
International Day for Education.
Okay.
All right. Everybody needs to be educated.
You look really nice today, Dan.
Thank you.
National
You do too.
Compliment Day.
Well, you look fairly nice too.
It's also
fairly.
Beer Can Appreciation Day, but I don't have a beer can.
National Peanut Butter Day. Always loving that peanut
I love
butter.
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
National Talk Like a Grizzled Prosecutor Day.
Ours, me, our bar. I don't
the
know.
hornswoggled. That was the example. Tomorrow's National Opposite Day, National Fish Taco Day, National Irish Coffee Day, Robbie Burns Day, and National Seed Swap Day. And Sunday, National Spouses Day. Don't forget to tell your spouse you love them.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
I don't have any idea. I made it up. It's also Green Juice Day, so go offer them some green juice. They'll love it.
Okay.
Hey, y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on a Monday.